Yeah, we're recording. We got Walter back, guys. Walter's back.
Woo! On my hiatus, I had to move, man. I had to move. It's not like I moved like cross country or anything. I just moved like 20 minutes away.
But still, man, it's a bitch.
But still, man, it's it is a bitch to like change like, and then especially under my circumstances, like they only gave me like 4 hours to move all my shit. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, how does that, like,
how is that
that
possible?
doesn't give me, and like, what if I had to move a whole, what if I had to move a whole house across town,
Right.
What if I had to, that's what I'm saying. Like, but no, like, I guess they like sum it up for me, and they're just like, oh no, you're only moving like 10, 20 minutes down the road from where you are right now. It'll take you about 4 hours. I was just like, what?
The
I was
fuck?
like, how are you dictating my life this way, dude? I was like, it's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. The system is broken. It's broken.
It's broken. We're free. We're free. You'll be free. That's good though, man. I'm really happy you're back. Really happy you're back. It's been a minute.
Yeah, I'm glad too. Like I'm in my old new apartment.
Well, where are you at? What? Like, what's the street?
Well, actually, so the straight and narrow, the skinny on all this is that I rekindled my love affair with my lady Kirsty, and it's been really great, man. Like we're
breaking up.
Really great. Like we've been really becoming. We've been what? How is it breaking up? How is it breaking up? That's weird. Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good.
Good. Okay. No, yeah. I'm back with my lover Kirsty. Yeah, I love her so much. She's awesome. It's been like, it took us a while, to get back into it, like because of the history, and it's been a really good time that we've been talking and taking baby steps into this, and just like, I don't know, it's like we picked up where we left off, but we're completely different. We're better people than we were like a year and a half ago,
That's good.
And it's like, yeah, definitely, like, and like the experiences that I've had with my situation, and like she's just totally understanding, and she knows better like who I really am. She knows who I actually am. She knows that it's like, and that I didn't have a problem with, like, my problem was not the violence. My problem was the drinking and the alcohol and the drug abuse. So that's what's like, that was just me escaping from reality. Like now I mean, I still smoke weed. Don't get me wrong. It's more like a
relax use.
What is it? Yeah, it's like I respect it. It's not like it's not a tool to escape reality. It's more like it makes reality a little bit more beautiful. I don't know. It's weird.
I agree.
I don't know how to explain it.
I know what you mean.
Like, I guess that's why people take psychedelics. I had a friend that just came back from a trip from Denver, and they were super psyched. They were like, yeah, I went to the forest and I had a magic mushroom trip, and it was great. And she came back and she was so happy, and she was like, I deleted all my social media. I was like, well, good for you.
Yeah, good. Yeah, we're not recommending drug use, but if you do use it.
Yeah, I don't condemn nor condone it, but it's if you're using it responsibly,
be free, be who you want to be. Yeah. Just don't abuse it.
Exactly. Don't cloud it, don't cloud your memory. Don't cloud your judgment.
No, for sure.
Don't judge me, monkey.
That's good, man. No, I'm glad to hear you're back.
My book got stolen.
Oh yeah, I was about to bring that up too.
I lost my book. I was reading it at work. I don't understand how it's gone. Like, I looked all over the house, and I looked all over work, and I was just like, it's fucking gone. Like, somebody found it. I must have left it at work. Somebody picked it up.
Someone was probably, they saw it online, because that's what happened to me. But this one came off an airplane. It was a Start with Y by Simon something. And I said Seaman.
Simon. It's because you were thinking in Spanish, Simon.
Yeah. And I saw it online, and I was like, I'm gonna buy that book. And yeah, someone probably manifested it because like the following day I saw that book, and the one of the women from Frontier, she came in, she's like, I found this book on the here, so I'm gonna just leave it. And I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna take this. And she said, well, what if they come? And I was like, all right, I'll leave it here for like a week, but I called dibs. No one claimed it, so I took it. So yeah.
Even though it's not, that's probably not like protocol. I think it's like we put everything in a box and like ship it out somewhere and they incinerate it.
Really?
Well, COVID now.
They do. Yeah, because you can't fuck around with vid-19, man. Vid-19. The Rona.
So I guess because last time we had a podcast, Eric and I, we did like the 3 chapters. You guys just down to do that next time when you get your book? Just to knock out those 3 chapters, because we should have finished reading 7, right? Chapter 7.
Yeah.
None of us read it.
Yeah, because I think I was like I was done with like I don't think I even got to the last chapter that y'all were on. I finished the 2 chapters that we were talking about, and then the 3rd one I didn't even get a chance to read it. To be honest with you.
So you got 4
I ain't gonna
chapters.
lie.
You got like 4 chapters, I think.
I just buy it in audio.
Yeah,
dude,
no, right?
Have you seen that app where like you just like take a picture of the book and it downloads it for you and it just reads it like the whole book for you? I'm just like, what
I saw that, but it's a robot reading it and it has no emotion. You gotta read a book with emotion, because other than
exactly.
like literally,
like I want Snoop Dogg to read to me.
No, but like literally, like when you're reading it in such a monotone voice, like, yeah, and then he ran and jumped and did this, like, it's not gonna fill.
It's basically Siri reading to you.
Yeah, I feel like it's not gonna fill you, and you're not gonna really learn from it. But like someone, like if you read like an audio or listen to an audio book, and it's like the author of the book that wrote it, and he like reading it how he wrote it, you know, then you're gonna you're gonna be engaged.
There's a little bit more passion in there.
Yeah, you're gonna be engaged, or even if it's not the author, like it's someone just reading the book, and that's their job is read books. Like you're gonna be more engaged because it's a human instead of a computer reading it. That's how I feel. I think
It's a bit racist for the computer robots. Race.
I'm just not.
Man.
I'm just not for AI.
He's Will Smith in iRobot.
Yeah.
Got a target in your back now.
But he changes his mind.
Well, more like Detroit. I think Detroit's gonna happen. It's a robot game. You guys should check it out. It's on PlayStation.
Detroit.
Oh, I thought you were. Yeah, I remember you were streaming that for a while. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Detroit.
I thought you were talking about that new one. What's that new one? Cyberpunk 2077.
That looks pretty.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It has Keanu Reeves. How can it not be good? How can it be bad?
Keanu Reeves is playing the guitar, dude. Like that's.
Yeah, with a metal arm, bro. A metal arm.
Dope.
Dope is dope.
But
yeah, guys.
Enough of the chit chat.
What's enough of the chatter, ladies.
Stability and boundaries is what we're knocking out today, and
yeah, man.
The topic of the day.
Yeah, stability.
I feel
and
like
boundaries.
it's a very important one.
I mean,
I feel like it's been tying in with everything that we've been talking about as far as like, and it goes with the book too, because it depends on like. I honestly feel like it's what you say yes and no to. You know, that's how you set your boundaries. And like whatever I was telling one of my homies the other day, because they were feeling kind of down. What you choose to accept in your own life is like what you don't what does it say? Because I saw something. It was like what you refuse to change is you choose it. You choose to accept it. And you know, and then when you choose to accept it, you also let other people like push your boundaries to where like, oh well, or they're letting themselves do this to themselves, and so maybe I can do it to them too.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. I guess that's what it meant to me. Like what you choose to, yeah.
I see
Are
that.
you choosing to accept the bad things that you let people do to you? You're letting yourself be a pushover.
I used to be one big time, a lot. People used to like, oh, go do this, and I'd just go do it, or like, I don't know. It was nah. There's times where like I'll catch myself like people will ask a favor for me, and then they kind of start abusing it, and I'm like, well, dude, you need to chill. They're like, what? I'm just asking you. I was like, yeah, I mean, there's asking, and then there's abusing it, because there was one time in church, this guy asked me, he's like, hey, can you go ask this girl named Andrea? He's like, can you go ask Andrea if she's gonna come to dinner with the whole entire church group? And I was like, hey, Andrea, you're gonna come to dinner with everyone? And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna go. And then I was like, hey, yeah, she said she's gonna go. He's like, all right, well, go ask her where she wants to go. I was like, nah, bro. He's like, why not? I'm asking you. I was like, yeah, but I mean, what I said to him, I was like, but I'm not a messenger. And then he's like, okay, I respect that. I was like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not, like, I was like, I didn't say sorry. I was like, do you see where I'm coming from? He's like, yeah, no, I get you. And then he kept apologizing the whole entire day. I was like, dude, don't let it bother you, but just know, be careful.
You really affected him, man. You fucked him up.
Yeah,
but it's for the better too. I think it's for the better. Because I even said that one time to a teacher. This was back in high school, and the teacher, they were like, hey, go tell the soccer coach that we're gonna be using the gym downstairs. So I go downstairs. I was like, hey, soccer coach, they said they're gonna use the gym downstairs for track practice. And the gym teacher, he's like, well, you go tell your coach that right now I'm using it. He's gonna have to wait. And I was like, hey, man, he says, you're gonna have to wait because right now he's using it. And then he's like, well, you go tell him. I was like, hey, man, I'm not a messenger. You can go tell him too. All right. And he just looks at me. He's like a little upset about it. But I think at the same time, he could see where I'm coming from. And he's like, and then he went to go tell him.
Yeah, man. Like when you tell people no, sometimes they get all butthurt. So it's like, bro, like if I don't want to do it, you can't make me.
Like, bro, watch me fucking sit down, Like, I'm not fucking moving. Like, I'm about to stretch.
Not moving.
I'm about to stretch. Like, I'm the captain of the team. Like, let me lead the track. You could go talk to the coach to coach, okay? Yeah. So.
Yeah, sometimes you have to, get your boundaries on, dude. You gotta, know yourself, know your limits, and because sometimes, like, some people will take advantage of that.
Just abuse it, yeah.
Yeah.
Like at work, there's sometimes like, hey, I'm cool, and I'm like, you know what, I do need the extra money, and I'm like, and then finally it gets to the point when I'm just like, like I'm done, like I'm done helping. I'm gonna call my 2 days off, and they're like, well, I'm doing you a favor. It's like, no, actually, I'm doing you the favor. Like, you're not doing me the favor. Like, I'm getting paid because I'm working and helping you guys. Yeah. You're not doing me a favor. And he just kind of looked at me like, okay, and then just walked away.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you just have to tell people that sometimes. And it's not even like you're trying to be rude. It's just you being respectful for yourself. And if they take it like as you being rude, then I mean that's just their ego, and it's not something. It's not something that you did. Like even like there's one time my brother. This is it's whatever. I'm gonna say. But one time my brother, we were driving and my uncle crashed his truck. My uncle was driving in front of us, and my uncle crashed. And my uncle says. And my brother would do anything for my uncle, and I would too for my uncle. And my uncle comes out of the car, he was probably a little nervous because he had a couple of drinks, and he's like, hey, to my brother, he's like, hey, tell them that you crashed. And my brother's like, no, like, I'm not going to tell him. He's like, no, yeah, please, and my brother's like, no, like, no, like, I'm not going to say that. My brother held his ground. He didn't say that. And then, like, a couple of days later, my uncle, he's kind of trying to, like, oh, yeah, they arrested me because, he didn't want to take the blame for me. And then my cousin, his daughter, is like, oh hell no, dude, no, you gotta take that, like you fucked up, you know, like his own daughter was telling him, and he's like, oh, you know, I'm just playing, and squash the beef. But you know, sometimes you have to, when someone takes the like puts you in your place, like for example, like when my brother said no, he put my uncle in his place, and then my uncle had to learn and grow from that, you know. So I think, and it's an eye-opening too thing, you know. It's good shit, good times, good times. But yeah.
Yeah, I think the best way to like do that if you're not strong enough is like just when you get that intuition feeling in your stomach, you know, like you're like, okay, I shouldn't be doing this. You go for it. You know, you just say what you need to say.
Yeah.
Like whatever you feel is right, you got to go with it.
Even if you're scared, and that's something that I've learned too. I think yeah, I've said, like they say to always tell the truth even if your voice is shaking, and I have done that. I can't think of an example where I have done that, but I know I have done that. Yeah. And people hate it. People hate it, but I mean, if you know it's not right and it doesn't agree with you, and it's like just breaking your boundaries and what you stand for, don't do it if it's something that the other person doesn't want to do, because it's also going to break their boundaries, but it's a necessity for them to do it. So they're, you know, I kind of got a little lost with words right there.
Don't do things that your mom wouldn't approve of.
Yeah. So
that's what I always think of. You know, when I'm ever making a decision, it's like, would my mom, if my mom were to see this right now, would she approve? Probably not. Yeah, I'm not. I'm just gonna. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, my mom would tell me to smoke
Or,
all 7 bowls. Don't be a bitch.
Well, I don't know. Like, there is a mom.
Walter cut off.
What happened?
Oh, messages.
I wonder if his phone died.
He was like, there was a map. I'm like,
what happened? I need to know.
Boundaries, man. I mean, that could go up for a lot of things too, though. Like relationships. You know, you set your boundaries, and it's not even how can I like? I mean,
I was gonna say, like, sometimes like there'd be times when like you don't want to do something, you know, and then you're like, or you have your mind set on something else, and you sometimes are like, you know what, look, I do want to do it, but I have to do this first, and then I could go and help you, you know, like whatever it is.
Talking about boundaries and relationships.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I lost the connectivity there. Yeah, definitely. There's you have to have boundaries in a relationship, man. Like sometimes like you can't push things on someone just because they're with you. Like, yeah, you guys have the same views on stuff, but you know, like I don't push my my things on my lady, you know, like, yeah, there's some things that we agree on, and I teach her some things and she teaches me some things, but you know, and we don't always see eye to eye, but you know, we learn from each other, and that's I think that's the key thing, is that we respect one another enough to like actually listen and learn from one another. And because I know my thing is like I'm trying to put boundaries on myself, from as far as like when I speak and the things that I say to people, and I try to listen more to people now before I talk, you know, because before, like, I would just like I would interrupt you in the middle of a sentence because I had a thought, because or I agreed with you at that moment. I'd be like, oh yeah, and then and I would have a brain fart and start like explaining something that happened to me, and then you'd go back into your story, and you probably don't even remember what the fuck you were saying about your story, you know. So I'm trying to like hold back, because that happens a lot. I was talking with my lady the other day, and she's like, baby, like, I know you want to say like we're thinking the same things, but let me just finish what I want to say. And I'm like, you're right. I'm sorry. My bad. Like I already knew what she was gonna say, but like like I thought it was cute. You finish we finish each other's
sentences.
Sandwiches. No, that's not it. Sandwiches.
What movie is that from? That's from a movie.
I can't remember. But you're right. It's from something. We finish each other's sandwiches. Yep, that's it. No. It's got to be from something. And if it's not, I coin it. Copyright November 2020.
That's something I'm trying to do too, is listen more to people. But even like, because I know what it's like to not be heard when like I'm in a group of people. I feel like I've always kind of been that background friend. And like growing up, I was. Now not so much, but even like those people that I know how it feels to be a background person. Like I listen to them, like if I'm in a group of person and then like someone's talking and then that one person that's like one of the like more known people in the group starts talking, I was like, hey man, they were talking first, like respect, So within my group of people, I try to like have everyone be heard. Set that as a boundary. Oh.
But even then, like sometimes, like you're saying, like in a group conversation, like if it's like a team builder and there's an idea that's getting moved around, and like you want to say something, and then somebody else jumps in and says exactly what you want to say, and then they move on onto the next topic, and then you're just like, fuck, I really wanted to say what I wanted to say. but I don't know if that's just like my ego that like I want to embellish a little bit more on what this other person was saying. I don't know. It's like, yeah, this person said it really well, but I just want to add something to it if I can, not to be a dick or, I don't know. It's so hard just like not to be go about things like in a dickish way, like I'm trying not to be a dick, like I don't want to hurt your feelings, but like you're an idiot. Like I don't know. It's so hard.
That was actually me yesterday. I won't tell too much of what happened to me yesterday to people, but yesterday I was in a car crash. That's all you guys get.
It wasn't even that bad, bro.
It wasn't that bad, thankfully.
It was a dinger.
But the thing is, like 5 minutes before I got into mine, I see two cars that were crashed. I was like, "Están tontitos aquí."
Yeah, bro. No, a little bit of precipitation in San Antonio, and people just forget how to drive.
People forget how to drive. They just go at 80 miles per hour. But that's not what happened in my case. But anyways.
Well, because they think I was telling that to my dad the other day. Because they have this confidence in the ability of the vehicle, but it's like it's not only the vehicle, dude. It's like if you can't pull a fucking Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, if you are not capable of doing that yourself, that car ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah. Mine actually, I had it controlled, and yeah.
So we won't talk about it. We won't get into it.
Well, fuck it. No, we're already there. People are like, people are just
what happened, bro?
Yeah.
Well, like did you spin out?
I did spin out.
Okay, so
I hit a big puddle of water. I'm going like 50, 55, 60 the max. I don't go beyond 60 when it rains. But yeah, I hit this big ass puddle of water, and it was a fucking deep puddle of water in the middle of the highway, which I'm like, San Antonio, come on, dude. You guys are under construction like all year round. Like, please, like how is this a puddle of water in the middle of the road? But so I hit this shit and my car spins around. But like I've been in snow before, so I like knew how to kind of control it. And so my car spun around and then I'm facing traffic, right? And dude, it was so quick. And I see this van coming to me, the van that almost hit me. And I see it coming to me, that I just did this. So my car went like, and it just bumps into the guardrail. It hits it, and it goes forward, and then my car stops. She stops right there, and then the van just goes, I was like, oh, shit.
Like, who?
Yeah, but like the thing is, I saw everything, and I knew what I was doing. I even put my car in brake. I was trying to put it in reverse so I could control it because I was going backwards. So I was trying to put it in reverse, but I ended up going too high up, and so my car's just sliding, and I see this van coming. I just like turned it to the left, yeah. So the car just went like that, and because I don't know, like it was crazy, dude. I saw everything. I just like, and boom, boom. It's like a calculated the moves. But no, it was just a little baby bump. And I was just like,
That's a good thing. That's the good thing, is that you're safe and the car is in one piece.
it is in one piece still, yeah. It was fun.
And you didn't get the Rona.
That I know of.
Yep. Everybody be knocking.
What? How do we get into that? Oh, because I was saying that the people here don't know how to drive. I was like, "Están tontitos aquí."
Yeah, and then you lost, and then because see, and then that was just God keeping you in check. He's like, you know what?
Yeah, he's like, this guy, you're gonna start a new chapter in your life.
¿Sabes qué? No, ¿sabes qué?
Tú eres totito.
That always happens to me too. I think last time I got into my car accident was with my Prius. I like this one of my coworkers. She's like, "Oh, you crashed your car already?" I was like, "No, I've never crashed. I've never crashed before. I bought my car like that, bro." Like 3 hours later, I get into a car accident.
It reminds me of like my uncle. One time they came when I was living in Mexico, and they came to visit, and they went on I was in school, and they went on a trip with my dad to somewhere, and they were driving in the Suburban, and something happened where like my dad got ran off where he hit something, and they were like in the middle of the fucking desert and nowhere, and they were telling me the story when they came back. And the whole time my tío was just like, pero nadie chocó, nobody crashed, nothing happened, we're all right.
Those are the best, like, yeah. I guess you could say they were in a stable state.
Yeah, they were in a stable state, man. Yeah.
Stability. Definitely. I think that's where I was. I was in a mind of stability. Would that make sense?
I think you were in a flow. You got to be flow. What did I hear the other day? I heard something that was like, you have to flow like the river and be still like the mountain. And I was like, yeah. Because, you got to be steady and stable like the mountain,
Strong like that. But yeah. I mean,
yeah. And it's not even like physical strength. It's just like, like willpower, like
standing your ground, your boundaries.
Yeah. Having the willpower to stand your ground and know your boundaries. Exactly. I couldn't say it any better.
And what was the second part? Flow like the river and what?
And flow like a river and stand and be still like the mountain. I think that was Sadhguru that said that. I'm not sure. I got to go back. It might have been. I've been watching a lot of videos of him.
I love him.
He has a lot of good videos.
Yeah, I think when we were going to do this the stability one, I started doing a lot of research on stability because I really wasn't sure on what stability meant to me. Like stability to me, like I've heard the word stability, but when you hear it, when I always heard it through my parents, I always thought of like financial stability, like you want to be stable, you want to be, you want to have a stable career and life and, follow these steps and you will be as successful as I am, and but like not everybody, fits. It's not one size fits all life for everybody, like what works for me is not going to work for you. Mm-hmm. And, there's more than one way to skin a cat, I don't like saying that, but it's kind of weird saying that, but still, yeah, there's more than one ways to do something, and what doesn't work for me could work for you and, vice versa.
I
or we
agree.
can combine our abilities, you know, and make you know, two parts of a whole.
One.
Yeah, you know,
I
when
consider
to
that try.
become one. Or yeah,
It's
we
like
can
a
be a triforce,
chromosome.
man.
That's what we
Trifecta.
are, dude. That's what we are.
Like the Power Rangers, bro.
We're the
Ninja Storm,
strongest.
because there was only 3 of them.
We're the strongest shape. Triangle is the strongest shape. I want to get a tattoo of a triangle right here.
I actually was thinking about getting a tattooing myself. I
Yourself?
practically, no, my girlfriend saw a tattoo gun on Amazon, so yeah, I'm gonna fuck around with that probably after this.
Wait, so you
I'm
already
gonna give
have it?
myself. Yeah, the package has been delivered and it's still in the box, and like so I haven't really fucked with it, but I don't know. I have to, like, I don't know.
Start baby drawings.
Yeah, it's gonna be a baby, like it's just basically like a wreath, like going like your basic like wreath, like 2 things going like this, and it's just wreath, and it's gonna be like on my ankle bone right here.
Ouch.
Okay.
Ouch. Ouch. Ouch.
You gotta, yeah, I'm just gonna start on the most painful places, and that way it's not gonna be that bad when
Start in the most
You get the
painful
big one.
places, because when life hits you, you're just gonna know it's pain.
Yeah, man, life is suffering.
No, life is learning from suffering.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta learn from the suffering. Yeah, you gotta learn from the pain. Otherwise, you know, you're just gonna be in pain all the time, bro.
It's like, it hurts.
Don't dwell on
It's
it.
like burning.
Yeah, be stable. Ha
Be
Sorry,
stable,
key
mate.
words
Be
are
stable,
key
Mabel.
words. So Walter,
What?
building back up on stability. Did you really? I don't think you really. So you said what it was to your
Oh
parents,
yeah.
but what it means to you though.
So what? I don't know. Like, and doing all this research and just experiencing everything that we've been talking about and actually putting it to practice. You know, because we don't just fucking bullshit people. Like, we actually practice what we preach. You know, we actually talk to each other pretty much like every other day, and on Instagram we're always sending each other stuff, inspirational things, and you know, just building each other up. You know, because we got to build each other up.
Did you guys
Otherwise,
help me
like,
yesterday? You guys really helped me a lot yesterday.
Man. We're always
I'm
here
glad.
to help
I'm
out.
glad. Yeah, that's what we're here for, man. We're here to climb that hill together. You know, I'm here to throw a ladder down to you from the position that I'm at. You know, if I'm able to do that, and you know, to get you to where I am, or a
Even
little
if
bit
it's
higher.
like
You know,
that much, you know, like people picture a ladder like this, but even if it's just like a little incline, like that makes a difference.
baby steps, bro.
Nah.
Rome was not built in a day.
Because people want to go from here when really life is like this for the longest time, and then finally she'll go like that.
I think that's that mentality of instant gratification. I think that's the westernized mind of, like, or just an American mind, you know, it's like everything is now, we want everything now, microwaves now.
I need a microwave. You know how long it takes me to warm my food?
Oh, you're like grandma's boy. Of course she doesn't have a microwave. She's fucking 100. But no, you're just, you're cute.
But at the same time, I don't have to deal with the radiation, I guess.
Exactly. But you know, like, honestly, since I've been living here, like, we've been cooking every day in an Instapot. Like, we've had at least 3 or 4 meals a week in an Instapot. Get yourself an Instapot, bro.
Like,
No
where you
joke.
just like
Shout
mix a bunch.
out to Instapot. Give me free stuff.
So what? That's how it starts, dude. That's how it starts. We should start saying like Candy Skull headphones. I remember Candy Skull headphones back in high school. What's up, guys? No, it's just
Oh my god, dude. No, in that case, shout out to Tesla.
So I've been in one Tesla my whole life, and let me tell you, that car driving itself.
Oh, just kidding. I'm not in it for the material stuff.
No, I don't. I know it'll. I'm in it to
Like
build
like
my life, and whatever comes with it.
yeah, that's what I think we talked about that one day. Is like money, like we can use the money to build things, better things, not to just buy stuff, buy experiences, but don't
D-
buy stuff.
did I send you guys? Did I send you this, or someone sent this? I think I sent it though, where it was Warren Buffett. He said people don't want to learn how to earn $1 million; they want to just spend $1 million.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
sent that. I believe you did send that.
Yeah, and that was like, I was like, wow, that's really true. Like nobody wants to learn how to like do anything. They just want to get the perks of what it brings and just
Mm,
splooge
I
out.
don't, I don't know if this ties in with what you're saying with the Warren Buffett thing, but I think it's the Jim Carrey thing where he said, "I want everyone to become rich and famous just so they can see that it's not everything." You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That ties out pretty well. Yeah, and with Jim Carrey, I love Jim Carrey, and I'm kind of happy that you brought him up. His way of thinking is like amazing, because
People
there.
thought he was freaking crazy. Like when after he did all that, like people thought he was crazy, but people think we're crazy probably.
Totally fine. I've been told I'm crazy a lot of times, and I kind of started believing it, and then I was like, no, I'm not. I'm just not normal. Like whatever you think normal is, I'm not that.
Oh, what
I'm
is
not.
normal though?
I don't
That's
know.
the thing.
I don't know. Honestly, there's no such thing, and that's like the best part about it. But everyone has this one definition that we all fall in this category that we're normal.
I think everyone just has a standard in their own mind and they want everyone else to follow that. And when they realize that everyone is not a fucking cookie cutter of the same dough, like some of us got raisins, some of us got chocolate chips. I love them both, I love them
I'll
all.
eat them both. Give me a good glass of milk, and I'm whatever.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, or like we're all different, and we all have our quirks. And yeah, what what works for you might not work for me, and
Yeah.
I might not look good in blue pants, but you might look great in blue pants.
I look
I don't
amazing in blue pants. Don't make me stand up.
know. I'm not wearing pants, so no.
Okay.
Kidding. I'm wearing sweatpants. I'm wearing all my comfy clothes right now.
Nice.
I'm just
Nice.
chilling. Yeah.
Nice.
Work's been kicking my ass. That's why. Not as much as I want it to be kicking my ass, but yeah, it's been real.
It's been the holidays, so people are still traveling around, aren't they?
Especially from Mexico, bro. Like you would think that it would slow down, but I think it's because they shut off the borders by land, but by air you can still come over, bro.
Really?
Strange.
They closed the borders?
Yeah,
I didn't hear about
yeah.
that.
Yeah. So
I was
you can't
planning.
go
I'm
by
planning
land.
a trip. I was planning a trip. Gotta
I
get my
saw
I mean,
the
bumper
you
fixed. Gotta
I
get my
saw the
bump.
anger in you.
Gotta get my bumper fixed. Like, fuck.
you better
Just
yeah,
use
dude.
Some duct
some
tape.
goof off.
But I
They
mean,
got
So,
that
if
black.
you're an American citizen, I think you can go over and come back. But if you're Mexican, you can't come over by
no.
land. You can come over by air, but not by land, which is
So,
weird.
It is.
And you see people coming off these planes. Well, I see people coming off these planes, and they're like, some of them are like decked out still in the whole like Rona outfit. Like they have the tearaway jumpsuits and with the hoods and the face mask. They look like fucking Breaking Bad to me, honestly.
really?
I was like, yeah, that's what they look like, bro. I
Walter,
was like, yeah, Walter
Walter
White,
White.
dude.
where are you?
uh, they look like freaking what is it? Heisman, or what's his name?
Heisenberg.
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 Say my name.
Heisenberg.
So you know who I am. Say my name. That scene was
That
pretty badass, bro. Because he went from like being a little
Punk.
Bia, bia.
So badass. Say my name.
Well,
It was
that's what I was
after the-
saying, man. Sometimes you need a little bit of dark, you know, and light, because if you have too much darkness, then you'll go blind. Either way, you'll be blind, man. If there's too much darkness or too much light, you'll be blind either way. You're walking around in the dark, and if it's too bright, you can't see shit.
True.
It has to be equal.
Balance,
Steve,
balance,
balance.
Daniel-san, balance. Not just for karate.
It's for life.
Lesson for whole, yeah, brother. Lesson for whole life. I love that scene. I've been playing that scene in my head like every morning. That and like playing the videotape of just like the perfect day, you know.
The videotape.
The
I just got
videotape.
that.
I forgot that. Yeah. I actually started playing that too. I don't realize that I was doing that, but yeah, no, I started doing that. I picture how my days are gonna go now.
Yeah, like I don't wake up like yeah, I'm gonna wake up grumpy because like oh fuck, I gotta wake up, you know.
I hate it.
It's like
11:30 when that comes around, I'm gonna be leaving y'all. I wake up at 4.
God damn.
It depends. Like now that I live with all my girl's animals. I guess they're my animals now too. I have animals now, guys.
Hey.
The cats wake me up at like 6 o'clock in the morning because they're running around, or they hear one of our alarms go off. As soon as they hear their alarms go off, they're just like, oh, they're all up in your shit. They want to get fed, and I'm just like, let me go back to sleep.
That's how
But
I
I'm not
feel.
grumpy. I'm not grumpy. I'm just like, oh shit, fuck, it's morning already. God damn.
Oh man. I've never been a morning person, and I'm not grumpy when I wake up. I'm just like,
Quiet.
oh man. You know, it's not
I'm
like
just sad I didn't die in my sleep. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
that's too dark. No.
Too dark. Too dark. Come back.
I'm a little upset that I was like, oh man, I just like I barely fell asleep, dude. Like literally, I just fell asleep. Like
For real. That's how I feel. Like, cause sometimes I don't realize it, but it's like midnight or 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just like, oh shit. And when I sleep, I take like, I honestly like I have sleep under control. Like if my body starts to fall asleep, I'm like, okay, it's time to go to sleep. And when I wake up, it's time to wake up, you know. And but my girl gets mad because it's like we're watching TV and it's already like 11 o'clock, and my body's already starting to shut down. So this is like, nope. She's like, no, you're supposed to watch TV with it. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm here.
That was me last week. That's why we didn't have a podcast last week, because my body could not handle it, dude. I did so much the whole entire week, and I was just like, Sunday came around, and I was like, guys, I'm sorry, I can't make it. My body's not having it. Like I was like sitting in my couch, and I was just like, nope. Like 9.
You're working those corners for Christmas, huh? Making that Christmas money.
Gotta make that Christmas money. You gotta pay this guitar.
You gotta do it.
Baby needs a new pair of shoes. They need them Air Jordans.
I've never been a fan of those shoes, but whatever.
Me either. I don't see what the big deal. I mean, I love basketball, but I've never been like for the Jordan shoes. I don't know. I'm not a big shoe guy. I don't know. Now if they're boots, maybe. I don't know.
Everybody's different. Like me, I'm a wallet guy. I don't know why.
New wallet guy.
fucking love
I need
wallets.
a new wallet. I need a new wallet. My shit's ripping.
You know
out.
what? I'm starting to turn into a watch guy. I have like 5 or 6 different watches now. But it's funny because it's like the same watch but in different colors.
I only have one watch. Bracelets is my thing right now.
I got bracelets too. I got a bunch of them. Man, fucking Wish app over the beginning of COVID. It was terrible. I'm telling
They're banking.
They were. They're like, just put random things. Put the fidget spinners.
That was the best $1,200 I ever spent.
It's just one fidget spinner that has like 3
just
multiples.
one lump sum.
Like one fidget spinner with 5 other fidget spinners within its fidget spinner.
Yeah, but this one's black and this one's black and red.
And it looks just black when you spin it.
It's a Yu-Gi-Oh one, bro. You can't say no to Yu-Gi-Oh.
It's a Blue Eyes Black Dragon comes out in there. Or what is it?
Yes, I'm glad that you still remember that.
That's not Blue Eyes Black Dragon. What was it?
It is. It's a blue eyes white dragon. That's
White.
exactly
I said
what it
Black
is.
Dragon.
No, well, there's a red eyes black dragon, yeah, and there's a blue
Okay.
eyes white dragon. This is how weeb I am, guys.
I never really got into Yu-Gi-Oh. My mom wouldn't let me. She said it was cosa de diablo. Don't watch it.
Oh my god!
I mean, she's not wrong, bro. I think it's based off the Ouija board.
I think it's based off tarot, and then but I think that's funny that a lot of people say that they're like, "I know it's del diablo," and then it's like, but they'll celebrate like all these other weird pagan holidays that somehow got sucked into Christianity. I'm like, Grandma, you need to do some history. I'm gonna give you a quick. That's why I can't sometimes like. I'm glad that I'm with this person that I'm with because she tells me like you can't tell these people sometimes these things, and I'm just like, ugh, I just want to shatter people's reality sometimes. You can't, but you can't.
What was that one meme that you sent? It's like, what do you do for fun?
Yeah, shatter people's realities.
Like, no, just ask people questions that'll shatter their realities and get them thinking about the.
Honestly, just get them thinking, to be honest. Oh man,
Breaking boundaries.
Building boundaries and maybe extending them. I don't know, maybe I don't know, because there's got to be a point where like you can say, I don't know, I guess it depends on the person, where it's like, how far are you willing to go with your boundary? Like, how are you willing to like break your? Are you willing to say maybe or yes or no to like situations that you would normally say the opposite? You know, or would you? Or if something, you know, were to like say something were to fall into your lap at work, and but it's not
Like a promotion.
it's not, yeah, but it's an unethical promotion.
Whoa, no, you lost me.
Like 10 people gotta die before you get this promotion.
So you're talking about more of the button theory.
Yeah, the button theory. Yeah. I like that. Where are we going with this?
I don't know. You're the one talking about it.
Breaking boundaries.
But that's what I'm saying. Like how, like where do you set your boundary? Like, are you the person to be like,
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do the button. I wouldn't do that.
No, I wouldn't either.
Unless
I hated them. All 10 of them.
No, I mean, not even then. I don't think I could do it. Like if they said, "Oh, you won't ever have to worry about like this, and your family would have everything they ever needed." But what if that button was like was my family? You know?
Yeah.
So because
I wouldn't. I wouldn't sell my soul.
Yeah, there's a book. It's called "The Devil and Miss Prim" by the same author that wrote The Alchemist. And the devil goes to a small town, and he has like bags of gold. He has a bag of gold, like 4 blocks of gold, and he tells the people in town. Eventually, he tells the people in town, he's like, someone has to die, and you all could get this bag of gold, like for your town. So like they have like this big debate within the town, and they're just like, oh, someone has to die, but who's gonna do it? Who's gonna kill him? Who's gonna be the one to like kill the person?
Or does somebody give themselves up and be like, yo, like I volunteer as tribute?
I wouldn't do that either.
This isn't Hunger Games.
I mean, because if it was if I don't know, if it depends on the situation. If I was like the oldest person in that community and I know I wasn't worth fucking shit anymore, like I ain't gonna do nothing with my life. I'm like, fuck it, Y'all spend that gold. I'm out.
Just make sure I have a nice service.
So I live to be 90,
just
9,000 years old.
Just scatter my ashes in a helicopter over the ocean. I don't know. When you have all that gold, you got the money now.
That's the one request, okay? And just throw a Lambo down there. Just why? I don't know. Just do it because that's my request. Or put your urn in of the Lambo and then have them throw in the ocean. Why?
With nude pictures of Halle Berry.
She's a fox.
She's a fox.
I just remember that. I don't know why I just thought of that Swordfish movie. That's why I said Halle Berry.
What swordfish?
Shark
There's a
Tale?
movie called Swordfish. No, it's a movie called
I've never
Swordfish.
seen it.
I've never seen
You
it
gotta
before.
look at it. You gotta watch it.
We're too young, bro.
I know. I forget how much of a young stud I am.
Oh, man.
I have to set the boundaries, man. I gotta set these boundaries and break them and then build them up again. Know your limits. Unless you're Master P, then you got no limits. That was a pun there, because he's Master P and his record label was called No Limits. So yeah. Anyway, make him say, nah.
Stability, though.
Like, what does stability mean to you? Like, what does it mean to y'all, stability?
To be firm in your actions, for me.
Are you just reading that out of Webster's dictionary?
No, I got it off a swordfish. No, just kidding. No, but I was looking that up. I was looking up the movie, dude. They got some good people in there.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Wolverine, baby Hugh
tiny.
Jackman.
Stability. I don't know what it means. I mean, it's just I looked up the definition is the state of being stable. So
yeah, I saw that too, and I was like, "Way to go, Google."
Yeah. But like, what does it mean, stability? Mentally stable, I guess. For me, I guess my lesson learned yesterday was I kind of wanted to drown myself in my sorrows of like the whole accident and everything that I've been going through and doing with my life. But then I just kind of like turned that around and I was like, no, this is a new chapter in your life. This is something that you need to do. This is just a growing process. Like, why are you gonna like go down in the slums now when it's been the greatest year of your life? So that for me was a shaky road, but I think I found the stability in it.
Yeah,
so funny.
For some reason, that scene in The Matrix where she is, I think I talked about this to you guys too before, is like that scene in The Matrix is like, you know, that dark road, you know where it goes down, so you don't want to go down that road anymore, do you?
No, I didn't. And what really brought me back was I was at my cousin's house and we watched the Jake Paul and Nate Robinson fight. If you guys saw that shit was lit.
I saw the highlights this morning,
dude. But like the whole fact of like even Nate Robinson just going into the ring and just Jake Paul, you know, like standing his ground on that too,
dominating.
Yeah. It like was like I was like, you know what, like no, that's true. Like I learned from watching them, and I was like, that's true, you know, like life's gonna hit you, like how hard, like life's gonna hit you, like how much are you gonna take from it? How like can you still stand up when you get hit that hard?
Rocky.
Yeah, no, literally, but yeah.
No, that's what Rocky. That's the line from Rocky.
Yeah, he tells
when he tells his kid is it's like it's not how hard you can hit, it's how hard you get hit, and you can get back. Yeah, and keep taking those hits. You know, build up that fucking scar.
Yeah, and Like just watch. I think boxing was like the best metaphor for me to watch yesterday that I learned. I was like, yeah, I took a hit, but I gotta keep moving forward. I can't.
Beautifully said.
Yeah. So I guess that's what stability for me is more now that I like the state of being stable. Very blunt, but more of a mental stability for me. For me, I don't really care about the money. It's always gonna be there.
It's just a plus.
Yeah, it's always gonna be there. So, but boundaries, I still don't understand boundaries really for me.
I think to help you, I'm going to help you out on that one. I think in order to have mental stability, you need to have boundaries for yourself and for others. Like especially when interacting with people, and or even with being around others, and having respectful boundaries. Like, hey man, like don't touch me. I don't want to be touched right now. Like, or I'm not like, I'm big on hugging, but sometimes if I don't want to fucking be touched, man, don't fucking touch me.
Yeah.
And that's just me, that's because I truly believe in energy transfer. Like if you are feeling some kind of way and you touch me, bro, like that bad juju is gonna come on me. But or even just like the tone of voice that I use with people too. Like I try to have this positive energy about myself and not be a total condescending dick when I say things, but more like I say things with conviction, and I do come off as like, oh, like arrogant, but like it's not that I'm being arrogant. It's just like I know what the fuck I'm talking about sometimes,
That's how
And
they used. I think I swear that's how they saw me at the airport. People hated me there. I don't know why, but I was just doing my job.
People still hate you.
Still doing my job, bro. I left that scar. I'm living in their mind rent free, whatever, bro.
Rent free.
Yeah, basically, if you love me, I'm in your hearts, and if you hate me, you're thinking about me. So either way.
Yeah. Do they still talk about me then?
When I mention you once in a while, but it's mostly Alberto making stupid little comments.
Oh yeah.
And then,
No, you mentioned that one time.
Yeah, but Zach is pretty respectful about you. Like he's like, I talked about you, like, yeah, like I think one day you were telling him about like you wanted to read like 1,000 books in a year or something like that.
Oh yeah, he told you that?
Yeah.
Tell him I read 30 so far. Tell him, hey, he didn't get 1,000, but he read 30.
He's not at 1,000, but he's almost at 50, bro. He hit that 30 point.
That 30 point, which is still an accomplishment. Happy about
Exactly.
Good.
Baby steps, bro.
Yeah.
How many books have I read this year? 2. Yeah, but it's still fucking like, it's more books than I've ever read in like the last fucking 5 years, probably.
That's true. Eric, how many books have you read?
Me, I think he's like, I'm the same number, like 2. I read that one other book and then the one that we're reading right now.
Okay.
Because I really liked, I don't know about y'all, but I really like to absorb what I'm reading. Like before I move on to the next thing, I'm just like, Like I'll read the chapters over and over until I'm like, no, I don't get that part. And then I'll come back to it and it's like, oh, okay, I get it. It's like studying. Like, I don't know.
Mhm.
It's weird. And now I feel like I can go back to school.
I've been thinking about it, taking a couple classes maybe. Just like one. But not yet. All right, slow down. It's probably 2 years.
Hey, don't set yourself so many boundaries that you don't, man.
Well, it's not even that. I just got so much on my plate right now that I can't handle too much. Like, just about that.
That's true. Yeah.
That beautiful, beautiful thing.
But I always tell people too, God gives you things that God only gives you things that you can handle, So even if, but even then, like you can still say yes to school, and still have your stable life. You just got to find that balance. I was watching this thing of like this lady who is she was doing a TED talk. I forget what her name is, and she was talking about stability and balance and boundaries, and it was beautiful the way she put it together, because like she's a family therapist now, but she wanted to be a writer and so she wanted to be so at one point she wanted to be a full-time writer, and she tried it for like a good 6 months, and she was just like, nah, I can't do this. Like she figured out that even though that's really what she wanted to do, it's not something that she could really focus on, you know, so because she wanted to do something more that was with people. And with writing, it was more of a solo job, you know. It was your fucking a solo rocketeer, solo missions, doing the campaign all the time. You know, you can't play with anybody else.
Doing Halo by yourself all the time.
Exactly, that's fucking boring, bro.
You get bored.
Yeah, it's boring. It's boring as fuck. Like, I beat it again.
I love Halo, but
and so she realized that she didn't want to, like, she still writes, but she does it like part-time instead of like being a full-time writer. So she still does it. So you can do the things that you want to do. You just got to figure out how much time and effort you want to put into it, you know? Like, because if you want to go balls to the wall and become the fucking greatest fighter ever, you know, you better start now and quit your fucking life and stop talking to people and hit the gym, you know, and find somebody to train you, because that's going to be your life day in and day out, you know, if that's truly what you want. And I thought about it, man. I was like, man, I want to be a fighter, but I was like, no, I can't be a fighter. I have too many responsibilities.
I want to do jiu-jitsu.
And no health insurance.
Oh, you gotta get that.
That's so terrible, bro. You gotta get that.
You gotta get that. I was on the phone one time at work, and this woman was like, "Can you believe it? Canada, free health insurance." I was like, "Man, there was one reason I'd move, it's because of the health insurance." She's like, "Me too."
Yeah,
I would move for the scenery.
The scenery and the greenery.
And then the health insurance. And then the health insurance.
But you also pay like taxes up the ass. But that's why they have free health insurance, because they pay all these taxes for their country, which is like, I mean, if you want to live in a great place, you got to pay all these taxes, which makes perfect sense to me.
As long as it's going somewhere reasonable, then yes, I would say tax the shit out of me. But
yeah,
sometimes
tax this ass right now. No, I don't know. It just depends. Like if we were to start a small community right now, how would we do it? Like, it would be. I think that would be for the next podcast.
Stability and boundaries.
Yeah.
Yep.
What kind of stable boundaries? Stability and boundaries, motherfucker. I love you. Because there's got to be, but you always got to. There's gonna be that one person that wants to overstep their boundaries, man. Be a habitual boundary stepper, a habitual line stepper. Because I know motherfuckers that are like that are just like, they want to test you all the fucking time, and you know it's a test, and but at the same time it's like you give it to your impulses and you want to punch this guy in the face.
There's one.
That's why you gotta fuck with them.
That reminds me of one time at work, kind of, because this guy, he came in hot on the phone, and he's just like, you know, he came in, you know, yelling and everything, and he's all like, oh, I want you to do this and this and this and this, and I was like, yeah, I can't, maybe I could do this, but I can't do that. He said, what's your name? You know, and I was like, oh, my name's Remy. He's like, so I could call next time, you know, when I have to call next time, I could tell him that, you know, you helped me and you did this and this and this. But he was like upset, like how I helped him too. He wasn't really happy. And then he's like, well, what's your name again? And I was like, Remy. He's like, well, what's your last name? I was like, I can't give you that information. He's like, so you're the only Remy at this company? And I was like, he's like, how many other Remys are there in this company or something like that, right? And I was like, I don't know. I'm the only one that I know of. And he's like, there's probably more than one Remy in this company. I was like, nah, I'm pretty unique. And he's like, you know what? You're fucking blah, blah, this and that. And then he hung up. I was like, yeah, I'm not calling him back. Like,
somebody had a fragile ego.
But it kind of got into mine too. That's why I was like, nah, I'm kind of unique. I think I'm the only one. And he got that triggered him. But that's what I was going for too. I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
bro. You wanted to piss him off. I don't know. Sometimes, like, yeah, I kill people with kindness too. I'm just like, but and I share work stories between me and my girlfriend. We share work stories, and it's just like how we could have addressed situations a little bit better. You know, how we could, and that's what we always want. You know, how can I better myself tomorrow than today? You know, if this same situation were to arise tomorrow, how can I approach it a little bit differently and make it better for, you know, both parties, you know, instead of, I don't know, you know, somebody saying, why are you making this so difficult for me? You know, instead of like, I don't know, like, honestly, when people say that to me, when they say, why are you just, why are you making this so difficult? I'm like, what? Like, do you honestly, like, what? I don't understand that. Like, I don't really think I can
make the situation more difficult than what it is.
Yeah, like, why would I want to make it more difficult than what it already is? I want to help you, help me help you, you know. Jerry Maguire the fuck out of the situation. Yeah, just Jerry Maguire the fuck out of the situation, and, you know, try and come to an understanding of where you guys are trying to get. You know, to reach the same point, especially at the airport, man. Like, telling people all these different things, like, they want to act like we're the idiots, you know. Like, because I hear all these stories from the
TSA,
and the upstairs agents, you know, just people dealing with the passengers, and like passengers just being so difficult, and I'm just like, like, but at the same time, there's one person in particular that makes things not easy, and I'm not gonna say names because I'm gonna get in trouble. But there's some people out there that don't make it easy. You know, and like, you try and make their job easy for them, but they don't make it easy for you or the customers. So it's just like, fuck, dude. Like, you can't win. And that situation is just like, well, it is what it is, and
control what you can.
It's gonna either work itself out or it's not. And if it's not, then it's going to be, I don't know, the equation, the factor will remove itself from the equation.
Yeah.
Like, if things keep moving along, like things are going great at work, but, you know, there's a couple of hiccups here and there, and it's with this particular individual, and it's just like, you know, like it said, like they'll weed themselves out, basically, you know. Either they'll ship up
themselves.
Yeah, either they'll shape up or they'll ship out.
Yeah.
And honestly, that I think we're at a good level, work wise, where like everybody can. I can honestly say that I can trust my team. Like, I can trust my team to do the right thing in any situation. But there's sometimes you get knuckleheads who are necio about situations and think they can control situations because they have, I don't know, they've been there for so long, and they know how they can anticipate situations. But you can't really anticipate situations in this industry, because, like, yeah, you can't really treat every situation the same way. You know, you gotta approach. You can't hunt a fucking deer like you hunt a lion. You know, you can't hunt a duck like you hunt, like, I don't know why I'm going to hunt references, but
it makes sense though. It makes sense.
But it makes sense. You know, like, you're not gonna bait a fish with lion meat or something. I don't know.
You go too far now, yeah, but it makes sense. It made sense.
Well, now my school of tuna have a taste for lion,
and we like it. And you know what?
We're going on land now, motherfucker. Because we have a taste for lion meat. I gotta stop with these fucking movies, yo. Oh, but they make sense. When it makes sense, it makes sense.
Wow. Eric, stability, balance, boundaries. Well, not balance, boundaries.
Boundaries for me, I really am iffy about it. Like stability for me is like I said, like be firm in what you believe, your actions. But at the same time, be open. You kind of have to be balanced in between. You still have to be open to different things because we don't know everything. Like there's someone out there that knows more than you, or they know as much as you, or they know enough that what you don't know. Like there's always open book for everything.
They're an expert in a topic you're not familiar with.
Yeah, I think what you're trying to say is the wise man knows that he knows nothing.
Exactly. Beautifully said. Yeah, like for me, the stability is just being firm in what you believe and what you want to do. Or what was the other one? Boundaries. Boundaries is just, I don't know. That one's kind of iffy with me. Like,
but
you have to set yourself boundaries, but at the same time, like you're gonna have to be open to go past your boundaries to make new boundaries.
I guess I came up with an example. I'm doing something every Saturday where I even told my cousin's girlfriend what I was doing, and she likes the idea of what I'm doing. I'm not gonna give any information of what it is, but she also said, she told me, she's like, okay, like I like what you're doing, it's beautiful, but you also have to set a time limit. Because I was telling her, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this every Saturday, and this is what I'm gonna do. And she's like, oh, I like that. And she's like, but that she told me too, she's like, but you have to set a time limit. Like, when is the last time you're gonna do that? Because you can't always do that every day or every Saturday. And I thought about it. I was like, okay. So like you set a boundary there, and once you get to that certain point, you have to set a whole new.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's a good point. I think another thing with boundaries would be, I guess, how people treat you, and how you want to be treated. I don't know. I guess.
Yeah.
Like if you're like in a perfect stranger situation, like how would you set a boundary with a perfect stranger? Like, like you can test. I don't know. Like you can have certain conversations with someone, but you can't have that same conversation with another person because you know that they're not going to have they don't have the same views as this other person.
I could kind of relate to that, I guess. I started doing Lyft on the side just for the fun of it. So a lot of the conversations that I have with like the younger people, I'm not going to have with the older people, Like some of the younger people just opened up and like, yeah, bro, man, so I was smoking, I was doing this, and then I did this, and then I got fucked up. And I'm like, what? That was pretty crazy. I'm not going to go telling I was like, oh, yeah, I'm like related to the younger, oh, yeah, man, I remember I used to do all that shit,
Yeah, you're not going to tell this like 43-year-old couple, yeah, I got fucked up last night. Really? Cool. On a weekday.
You're driving.
Great.
I just woke up, honestly. It was like 5 hours ago, actually. I thought it was yesterday, but it was just 5 hours ago.
I must be coming down off that PCP.
Yeah. So, yeah, that like that. I guess I could relate that to your scenario, Walter.
I don't know, and I guess. And even knowing your own boundaries too, like if I were to, like, I remember when we first met, like I think about the Brian situation. Like, so I'm gonna explain it to Eric. So we have this coworker, I have this coworker, and he is just homophobic. Like that's his bag. Like I don't judge him. Like he's just like super homophobic, but as long as you don't bring it around him, he's cool with it. I was like, just don't be about it. He's not about it, so I don't know. Just don't be about it. He's not about it. But one day, Remy was like, "Hey, watch this." and he went up.
Well,
to
I
the
didn't even
guy
know.
and, like,
I didn't even know either. I just thought it was a funny thing to do. It's something I would do to anyone. Uh, is me and this guy, two guys walking. I thought I was cool with both of them. I know I'm cool with one of them, but I thought I was cool with this other guy. And we're walking. And I was like, "Hey, watch this, watch this," and I just cup his hand, you know, and I held it. And he looks at me and he looks at the hand and he's like, bro, he literally just throws my hand in the air. He's like, oh, hell no, Remy, I don't play that gay shit. I was like, oh, shit. Bro, he's like, don't you ever bring that, like, if he started going off and this in front of people, and I'm just like
in the
dog,
middle
like,
of
I'm
a fucking
like,
airport, bro.
I was like, oh, like, my bad,
Making
you know,
it
I'm
seem
sorry.
like
He acted like a kid.
He took it up to management. He brought it up to management, and like,
What?
yeah. What did our manager tell you? What did Steve tell you? He was like, don't fuck with Brian.
He's just like, really, Remy? I was like, yes, it's something I would do to anyone. He's like, I know. He's like, I know, it's funny. He's like, just don't do it to Brian. I was like, all right. I was like, can I hold your hand?
Bro. Boundaries, bro.
I was like, can I hold your hand?
Boundaries,
He's like,
bro.
later.
Yeah, see, like you can dick around and play all that fucking like with mostly anybody, but you gotta really know them, you know.
Yeah, but
you felt like you really knew them, but
no,
you really didn't know them.
I always
fuck around with that gay shit,
I was always picking on this guy. I always picked on him because he was like he'd make it so easy, but I was like he'll do it like in a friendly way, like I would do to like.
He is. I mean, I'm not gonna judge, but he is easy pickings. Just because he's old school. He's just so old school and absolute in his ways, and it's just like you really can't teach an old dog new tricks. Like you really can't with this guy. Like I've tried to open up with this guy, and it's just like, bro, like you can't say that. It's 2020, bro. You can't say that shit no more.
But I think it's a little.
But I think that's why he stays quiet now. That's why he's really quiet. Like he doesn't say too much, and like other than like good morning and hello, and I don't play that gay shit.
He's a little tontitos, I think.
He's just set in his ways, you know. He wants to be a lake, and I'm a river, bro. I'm a raging river.
Whitewater rafting.
That shit's fun.
You've done it?
I done it at Yosemite. It wasn't that big of a like river and that hard of a river, but it was fun. It was a little taste.
Yeah, never did. I've never done it. They had it at this camp that I went to one time, but no. I stayed away from the water the whole time I was there.
I didn't care. If I was gonna drown, I was gonna drown.
If it's my time, it's my time.
I was in 7th grade, guys. Looking forward to everything that has. I was a virgin. Oh god.
Yeah, when you're in 7th grade, you've probably seen like what, half a nipple.
Grabbed my first boob in 7th grade, actually.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Felt like a bag of sand.
He was in 8th grade. Oh, you're a
bag of sand.
Oh man!
So
wait,
like
can I say that? I don't know if I can say that anymore.
Little baby toes. Baby toes. Anyways, stability, boundaries. That's a boundary we're crossing.
We're crossing so many boundaries right here. Oh my god, we are gonna get canceled, y'all. We're gonna get canceled for sure.
It's like we're gonna get fired on our day off. Like, how does that happen?
The fuck you stealing boxes for? Man, stability and boundaries. I just got to keep repeating those words too, because like I have to keep myself stable in order to have these boundaries with these people. Because if I'm all over the place, being all willy-nilly, having no boundaries, man, that's how you get the Rona.
Stability, boundaries, with balance would kind of fall within that too, though, right?
I mean, yeah. because yeah, you have to balance everything. Because like I said, you have to
so
balance
then
your
it's
yeses
like
and nos.
stability here, boundaries here, and then the beam is balance.
Yeah, so you got to keep a balance between like your boundaries and being stable.
Balance is the foundation.
Having the stability, yeah, and
Where's your
having the
screen,
mental
Walter?
stability too. Oh, it's because my power's going low. I gotta plug in.
It's about that time I had to hop off.
What time is it? It is. All right, yeah, let's go. We got like 5 more minutes.
All right, 5 minutes, guys. That's it.
Hey, you better put your boundaries on.
Yeah, 5 minutes, guys. That's it.
Be
all
stable.
Right?
5 minutes. Yeah, we'll be stable. Man, I guess that's why too. Like, what about like family boundaries, guys? Like, what do you think about like family boundaries? Like I don't know. There's always that one Theo that you don't want to fucking talk to at the barbecue, you know, or that one like cousin or something, you know, somebody that you don't want to fucking talk to that goes to these family events, and you're just like, oh, bro, like I don't want to fuck with you. Like,
I like talking to everyone in my family, and like yeah, there's uncles that are just like.
Or cousins that you just don't fucking like, dude. Like they were just complete assholes to you or dicks when y'all were growing up, and like there's just like something in the back of your mind that's just like doesn't let you go forward.
Yeah, I have a few of those.
You gotta pass those boundaries, man.
Honestly, I do pass those because, like in my head, like within me, I may have like a grudge towards them. But I'm trying to like, hey man, how you been? You know, it's been a minute.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta like, but man, I can't be Mr. Cool anymore though, bro. Like, I know I have to, like, I can't be like, hey man, it's all good, you know, we're cool, it's all, and it's not cool, motherfucker. Like, you fuck with me, and I gotta tell you.
Let them know. Say, hey man, this is where I stand. This is where you stand. This is where I'm at with it. But we're gonna move forward from this.
And I got to do it without being excited either, because I'm excited bike, dude. I get really excited sometimes. Like that's just who I am. Maybe it's because I'm Latino, or but I get really excited sometimes, and I get heated, or maybe it's because I'm from LA, bro. And Tupac said, if you from LA, you got a little bit of thug in you. So
calm down.
I don't know. It could be a mix of it all.
Calm down.
It could be a mix of it all. He's
just trying
to
create like. He's got a whole pot. He's like, I'm a little bit of this. I'm a little bit of that.
And honestly, you know what? I am, because like I'm a little bit country. I'm a little bit rock and roll. I'm a little bit thug. I'm a little bit namaste. I'm a little bit namaste cray. All right. So that's when the craziness within me recognizes the craziness within you. So if you want to get crazy, man, woo, you can catch these hands. That's free, man. That's free. I'll tell you, that's what's free.
Man. Overall, though, go ahead.
I was gonna quote this guy Toby. I don't know how to say his last name. I'm gonna butcher. I'm not even gonna try and say it. But he has this song. It says "Try Jesus," and the lyric says, "Try Jesus, please don't try me, because I throw hands."
What was it? Who said that? Bruno Mars. He said, "God bless your soul, because I already cursed your name."
Oh man,
yeah.
You really have your heart broken, huh? Is that why you went out and bought a guitar?
No, I mean that's what Bruno Mars said in the song. I thought it was pretty cool. It's kind of related to what you were saying. Jesus, bro.
I'm just reading into your soul, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like I see you.
I'm good. Nah, I'm good. But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool.
I like that. I don't think I've heard that song in a while either. I like Bruno Mars.
I do like Bruno Mars.
He's good. He's a good artist.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like I'm a little bit country. I'm a little bit rock and roll. I'm a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I can label myself. I don't like labels. I think that's the thing. I can't label myself as anything anymore. Like
I can't label it.
I'm not this, and I'm not. I am both.
Like,
You know?
like when I shave my head and I go bald, people say I look like a thug. Then when I have like my hair long like this and I put on my glasses, I kind of look like a nerd. I'm like, bro, I'm everything. You know, I'll rock
Yeah.
it. I'll rock it all.
It's like what's that saying? Is like how you see me is what you are.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I am everything. What I said one time, I said I am everything you believe I am, or yeah, something like that. I don't know. I forgot. It's pretty good, and I amazed myself. I was like,
Yeah, that's a good one. I think that's why we find the partners that we find sometimes, because I think of the lyric from Taking Back Sunday, you are everything I want because you're everything I'm not. But then again, you are everything that they are. That's where people get fucking lost and get caught up in the bullshit of like finding their perfect partner. And because you are already everything that they are, you just, got to find them. The right person to that you want to build these experiences with, and I think I found the right person to build my experiences with that I want to do. I want to experience a few things, and I feel like she wants to experience the same things with me. So we're gonna walk along together, and it's gonna be a good journey. I'm excited for all this to go down, and that I can actually talk about it now.
that's good, man. I'm happy to hear that.
Before we were just like, it was just like, no, we're not gonna tell nobody. Yeah, it's like I gotta play it to the chest, man. I gotta play it to the chest. Because I read this thing the other day, and I think I sent it to you guys. It's like I had to learn the difference between who was in my corner and who was in my business. And I feel like you guys are in my corner, because like, yeah, we may not talk every day and see each other physically, but like, I feel like I can really depend on you guys for, advice, for moral support,
I think so too. Yeah, and I feel like I could tell you guys anything.
Yeah, dude. Whenever you guys want to vent, the same thing with me, man. Like, just say,
I vent to you a lot, Eric, about one person. I'm like, bro, this person just. He's like, just stop helping them. I was like, you're right. It's the last time I helped them.
But at the same time, yeah.
They just need to learn.
Yeah, let them learn for themselves. Let them feel the pain. Let them feel the pain.
Guys, I think that concludes it for me, though.
I think we're good, yeah.
Yeah, we did good.
That was a good talk. That went by fast. I feel like that went by really fast.
I'm really. Oh, sorry, Walter.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm really excited about everything that's just happened and everything that's going to happen, and just having us three again here just felt really cool. Being back. I don't know, cause last week, I mean, like I said, I was just drained, and I called my dad last week. I don't remember shit that I said to him. I was just like, yeah, Dad, I'm doing good. He's just talking to me. I was like, yeah. I think I fell asleep, and then he's like, hey, I'm going to let you go. So then that's when I probably messaged you guys, too. I was like, guys, I'm knocking out.
I'm dead. Nah, but it's all good, man. You gotta take care. That's why you gotta take care of you first, and like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna be worried about it. It's like, oh well, we're not gonna record. My girl was happy. She was like, all right, you can spend time with me. That's what she was happy about. I was like, I live with you, woman. I love you. She's listening in the other room.
But I guess next week you should have your chapter, right, or your book, Walter. Sometime.
I hope so. Yeah, we'll see. If I don't know how Amazon is gonna do with. I hope they're gonna keep up with all their shit. They have been during.
They have been really good. Yeah.
Yeah, they've been really good. So,
if anything, you probably could find it on YouTube, like someone reading it.
I looked. It's a robot.
It's a robot.
It is a robot.
Really?
I looked. Yeah. She's like,
and then, cheater.
Then the state of mind is.
I can get into it. I can get into that. Error.
I low-key, I kind of tried to cheat, but then I was like, when I heard it, I was like, dude, no, this
Nope.
is not, no emotion into this. I cannot do this. That's the main thing. Like, that's one of the main ingredients, I think, when you're reading a book is emotion.
Yeah. I read a book like I was talking to my girl the other day about this. And, like, we were in grade school, and like how like people would read really fast, or like you'd have read-alongs, and like you'd read, like sometimes you would read really fast the paragraph yourself, and you just wait for the other people who's like, and then you do your own thing in between. That's what I would do. I used to do that. I would read the shit out of it really fast and be like, all right, I'm done. Like if it didn't interest me, that's what I would do.
I
If it
would
didn't really
count
interest me at all.
who's gonna read what, and then I'd read the part that I was gonna read, so I could be ready for it. I didn't learn shit with everything they were reading because I was focused on what I had to read.
Yeah, exactly. It's like because you know what part you're gonna read. It's like so so and so's gonna read this, and then you're gonna read this part, and then you're just waiting for them to finish so you can read and you just read your shit over and over so you don't fuck up.
You always manage to fuck it up. You know, you always manage to fuck it up.
Of course.
It's just life. It's just how it works. Kids, it's just how it works.
Just deal with it.
It's just a small percentage of your life. Like, but guys, next week we're gonna knock out the chapters if you get your book.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will try my damnedest. All right, guys. I will talk to you guys on the flip side.
Peace out.
All right.
Love you all.
Peace.
Love you all.
Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.